So I'm having a chat with Sydnie Christmas. How are you?
I'm good. How are you, mate?
Not too bad, thanks so much. We've just been playing a new single of yours called My Way. Tell us about the track.
Oh, My Way is what I sung in my semi-final for BGT. My Way was out of the three songs that I sung, it was my arrangement, it was my version that I made for the show because Tomorrow and Over the Rainbow, they were already done. Them versions were done already. But my way was mine, and the song just goes so well with my journey so far, and I'm sure many people can relate to the
Mm,
song. And it's been amazing because so many people have told me their stories hearing that song, and it's just great. Oh, yeah,
yeah,
my way.
yeah, absolutely. And that is coming off your new record. I've taken a little listen to your versions of these well-known tracks. Tell us how you got down to this small number of tracks that you've put your rendition on.
So the idea with My Way, obviously My Way being on it, I wanted to tell a little bit of my journey so far. So each song on the album has a meaning to me, and it's on there for a very specific reason. Um, so that's what I've done really, and I've tried to put my Sydney kiss on all of these tracks. And then my tour in February will be like a more in detailed, extended version of telling my way. So yeah.
Nice. And as mentioned, there is all the tracks on there are tracks that we know that you've put your own take on. How many tracks
Yeah.
did you start with as an idea to maybe want to put on a record, and how did you whittle them down to these few?
Well, I could have had loads on there, but that's okay because I'll put them in the tour. Um, because obviously I'm 29,
Mm.
I've had a longish life already, so there's a lot to tell, I suppose, because the journey is very long before I got here, before I was lucky enough to finally get here. So it was loads. I'd say there's about a good 20 like that were just floating ideas. And then there was about six that were like definite.
Mhm.
And then as the process went on, we were like, oh, let's do something cool with that one, that one, that one, and yeah. 3 weeks went by and we had an album.
Yeah, absolutely. And was there any tracks that you tried to make work and they just did not work for you at all?
There was a few of them that are on there, but then that the problem is with making an album so quickly, you can make everything work. You just need time. You need artistic space to go wrong before you
Mm.
go right, but we just didn't have that. So lucky enough, we got everything to a place where I was like, oh, we've made it by the skin of our teeth. That's it. We've got it. So I feel like everything that's on there was meant to be on there, even though
Nice.
we just got there with them all. That they're meant to be. It's
Good.
done.
Good. And you mentioned the tour. You're heading out on the road across the UK in February next year. I bet you can't wait to be doing some shows finally.
Yes, I am very excited to get my feet firmly on a stage and perform for you guys. I'm so excited.
Have you started putting plans in place? Got ideas going?
I've got ideas in my mind. Personally, I've got ideas. The clogs are going, clogs, all the clogs and the cogs. They're turning. Um, so I haven't sat there with the team yet and spoke, put things into place, but I've got ideas. I'm
Great.
excited. Who's
Yeah,
excited?
absolutely. And you touched on Britain's Got Talent as well. Talk us through the journey.
So BGT was like the final thing for me. It was going to be my last hurrah, really. Um, so I went on with no expectations. I just said to myself, just be yourself, be Sid, because I've never done that before. It was very vulnerable. I was very frightened. I had to be brave. I had to be ready to sort of just, you know, yourself is really something. So I think I went on because it was an on and off journey for about 4 years, BGT. I would go for it and then I'd pull out. So I think it took for me to sort of be finished with the industry to be brave enough to do it. So that's I went on, and what happened completely changed my life.
Mm.
It's just unbelievable, and it's just so ironic that when you get your yes, it was when I was being myself. It was really proud moment for me, my family, who've been there through all the good and the bad. Sorry, my dog is really going for it.
It's all right. He's not that loud. I can hear you clearly, which is good.
Good.
And are you still in touch with many people from the BGT family, the crew, and everyone?
Yes. Oh, I love the BGT family. They're just amazing. I'm just messaging my other half saying, get rid of dog. Max, get dog, please. The BGT lot were amazing, so supportive. That entire production team was just amazing. It was so much fun. And even if I didn't win it, I would look back and go, that was just the best time. It
Mm.
really was so much fun. I want everyone to experience it. So I'm like, everyone go on BGT, everyone apply. It's so worth it.
Nice. And the reason you went on there was because you've wanted to do stage acting, musicals, West End. Is this now going to open up a path to you doing that again, or are you looking down the more performing on
Well,
your own route?
see, it's not as easy as like you don't win a show like BGT and then you just walk into the West End. That's not how it happens. Like the work starts now. What BGT was really good for was to get me known a little bit
Mm.
and people go, oh, I know, I've heard of Sydnie. Yes, let's get her in for an audition. And then I go through the process because ultimately, if you're not right for the role, you won't get it, and the competition's massive and
Yeah.
there's always someone better. So I'd say I'm working harder now than I ever have in my life, and I thought that was impossible. So yeah, the work begins now, really. Just
Good.
hopefully more auditions come. So I
Yeah.
just need opportunities just to get in there and to at least show what I've got.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely. Absolutely. And we've touched on the tour next year, but what else does 2025 have for you at the moment?
Oh, okay. So I go to Panto at the in Dartford. The Orchard West is what I wanted to say. I'm coming home for Christmas, going local, which is really great. I get to spend Christmas at home and get to say thank you to everybody, probably hoping that the locals voted for me on BGT, but get close and personal with everyone and just say my thanks. That will be Sleeping Beauty at the Orchard West in Dartford. So come and see me.
Awesome. Awesome. Sydney, it's been a pleasure having a chat with you.
Oh, thank you so much for having me, mate.